Right-wingers are big fans of cosplay. Normally they cosplay as if they were soldiers or something. Sometimes it looks like they're cosplaying the Taliban. I'm not really sure. But this weekend they decided to do their best rendition of Mad Max by trying to apparently run a Biden-Harris campaign bus off the road. The FBI is now investigating this, by the way. It happened on Saturday. Many of these Trump supporters in their trucks with their Trump flags and their whatever flags were armed. And in Central Texas, they came upon this Biden-Harris bus and decided, you know what? Bus on road, good. Bus off road, better. And so they tried to make that happen. We're gonna show you a little bit of video right here of the event. Okay, somebody in the Twitch chat just reminded me of one of the titles for this group was Y'all Qaeda. I like that. Anyway, so here's the thing. There you have them surrounding the bus. Turns out that when you try to sort of aggressively intimidate someone with your vehicle, it can go poorly, as a member of that train is going to realize in real time.
Running them out of Texas. It is hilarious. I'm about to run out of gas, which I'm sure some of you would love. Look at that. Oh my God.
Okay, so that was what we call an opportunity to learn. I have a feeling though, she didn't. But anyway, I don't know if the truck, the SUV that truck ran into was another member of the convoy or some random person who was just trying to drive somewhere. But they did crash into it, which is ironic considering that they were doing everything they could to scare people around them into thinking they were about to crash into them. Ironically, neither Joe Biden nor Kamala were actually on that bus. But anyway, what do you think about what you just saw?
I mean, look, the Taliban did endorse Donald Trump, so very on brand. I mean, it is actually scary and enraging at the same time. I believe that the white truck that was hit was part of the Biden-Harris convoy that was in back of them. They were clearly trying to protect them. It seemed like they were. If they weren't, then they quickly were just like, I'm protecting this bus. And that big truck was trying to get between that white car, the white SUV, and the bus itself. And I believe there were later a lot of images of that white SUV with like all the scrape marks on it, very like grease, and being run off the road kind of thing. But it's enraging because it's so dangerous and it's so aggressive, but it's also enraging because it is such a perfect metaphor for Democrats not actually fighting back. And I don't mean flip over the bus and just go and ape, but like you're a giant bus. Yes, there are SUVs, but you bigger than the SUVs. You could start meandering, you could start swerving, you could get a little loosey-goosey, go back and forth. People have to recognize, who's gonna get hurt, they're gonna get hurt. Like, I'm just saying, like, instead it was just like, okay, well, I guess I'll slow down. Like, it is scary. I'm not saying that there was a better way, but like, at least muscle up a little bit,
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm not necessarily there. I don't know who was driving that bus, and they certainly didn't sign up for, the Fury Road. But I think, with all of these celebrities coming out and supporting Biden-Harris, let's get Charlize Theron on that bus. Let's war rig up the campaign buses. I want spikes coming out of the tires. I want flamethrowers. I want guys on little swiggy poles.
Yes.
Let's get some defenses in place, because they love, like, we see this and we think, oh, those are insane people who are hoping to, at the very least, terrorize people, if not actually injure or kill them. And think about if you saw this in literally any other country. If you saw some random hit on BBC of people in Pakistan doing this, what would you think about the people trying to run that bus off the road? You know what I think? The exact same thing I think here. I'm gonna be consistent. But anyway, yeah, they see that. And they love it, as we're gonna transition to that in just a moment. But all that we just saw there has like effectively the official approval of the Republican Party there.
Insanity. I mean, you're absolutely right. If it happened in another country, I mean, also if it happened to Republicans, if it was a Trump bus and just like 3 Priuses, just drove slightly too close to it, the entire campaign would have lost their mind, right?
I think the technical term for a group of Priuses is a vegan. But anyway, okay, so here's the thing. Do you remember how they responded when someone was rude to Sarah Huckabee Sanders in a restaurant? This is uncivil. Those lefties, they don't appreciate what America is. How could they do this? Oh yeah, run that bus off the road. That's funny. I love that. America, that's liberty, baby. It's weird, the hypocrisy there. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.